What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're checking out something really cool. The iRacing arcade demo. Yeah, iRacing, but an arcade. If you've played iRacing before, you know it's one of the most serious and realistic sims out there. So when I saw that iRacing had an arcade coming out, I knew I had to try it. In this video, we're going to dive deep. The gameplay, the features, and overall just how the game feels. Without further ado, let's jump in. Right off the bat, the main menu looks fantastic. Everything's clean, the animations are smooth, and the sound design gives it that fresh, modern vibe. You have 5 difficulties to choose from: Amateur, Pro-Am, Pro, Master, and Superstar. For my first run, I decided just to stick with Pro-Am. Something balanced just so I could get a feel for it. The demo features Porsche 911 GT3s around the Tsukuba circuit. With its tight corners and short straights, it's definitely a great choice. It's a perfect track for an arcade game. Now, let's hit the track. Alright, qualifying time. 2 laps to set a time. I crashed before I even started my lap. My lap 1 wasn't great, but it put a time on the board. My lap 2 was looking better, until I got a track cutting penalty, which, honestly, I really like. It shows they're still paying attention to racing integrity, even in an arcade environment. The car itself feels surprisingly good. You can tell it's not full sim physics, but the weight transfer, braking, and throttle still feel satisfying. Qualified mid-pack, so if I wanted to win this race, I'd have to move forward. Lights out at Tsukuba, and we're off. Immediately, the AI behavior stood out. These guys are aggressive. If you are in their way, they will move you. No hesitation. It's actually kinda awesome. It makes the race feel alive. But here's the cool part. Contact doesn't instantly ruin your race. You can bump, tap, and even lean on each other without the game freaking out or handing out penalties. It just feels fun. And that's something that's been missing from a lot of racing games recently. I tried to hunt down the leader, but I kept pushing too hard and making little mistakes. A few off tracks, another corner cut, and I crossed the line in second place. Not bad, but I wanted more. So I restarted, determined to get that win. Except this time, my controller decided to become self-aware and work against me. I was fighting the car through every turn, oversteering everywhere, and then boom, I spun it right around. But that's when I noticed something really cool. There's a full pit lane system. You can actually drive down pit road, hit your limiter, and pull into your box. There's a short animation showing off your pit stop, and the attention to detail is so refreshing for an arcade racer. That immediately made me think, if they already have this in the demo, we might get longer races, pit strategies, maybe even tire and fuel management in the full version. And I'm all for that. Alright, now let's talk about the HUD, because it's simple, but very well thought out. In the bottom right, there's a track map. It's small, but super handy when you're trying to judge corners or even locate other cars. In the bottom left, there is health, fuel, and tire percentages. This could be another big hint that we're getting some type of endurance or long race options. And now in the top left, there are position and relative standings. Although, when the full game comes out, I would like to see how many seconds are between me and the cars around me like many other racing games. And finally, in the top right, there is a very simple and clean lap time information along with the lap count. It's minimal, but it gives you everything you need without overloading your screen, which fits the arcade but serious vibe they're going for. Now let's talk about the handling for a bit. The game seems surprisingly refined. The cars feel planted, but you can still overdrive corners and lose control if you're too aggressive. The braking feels smooth, and the weight shift through the turns is actually believable. It's not trying to be a simulator, but it's nice to see that your inputs actually mean something. And that's exactly how an arcade game should be. The sound design is also really good. The engine sounds are crisp, the tire screw is subtle, and the collisions sound impactful without being too over the top. You can tell there's still that iRacing DNA underneath it all. For my final race, I just decided to crank the difficulty all the way up to Superstar mode. And yeah, it humbled me real quick. I qualified dead last, over 2 seconds slower than the pole sitter. And I crashed on lap 1, ruining the slim chance I had. But you know what? I actually loved that. The AI are fast, smart, and they'll punish your mistakes. You really have to be clean to compete with them. And that's the kind of challenges that'll keep bringing people back. So here are my final thoughts on the demo. I'm honestly really impressed. This feels like a proper polished racing game that is easy to pick up, but still has depth for those who care about driving. The visuals are sharp, the animations are clean, and it just has a gameplay loop that is just plain fun. If they keep adding new tracks, cars, and maybe even different disciplines, this could easily become the go-to racing games for casual and competitive players alike. This isn't trying to replace iRacing, it's meant to complement it. Something you can play when you just want to relax, mess around, and just have fun with your friends. And for a demo, this is incredibly promising. If you want to check it out for yourself, it's free right now on Steam. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more racing content, and let me know in the comments, what do you want to see added to iRacing Arcade when it fully releases? Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.